Hi, good evening. My name is Mikhail, and I am doing this video on behalf of one of my very, very dear friends, known as Terry, and AKA also known as the Wealth Sharer. And I wanted to share my testimony really quick, just so that others that have been in the position that I'm in also, or can possibly relate on any accord, would be able to find my words interesting and be able to say that maybe I too can try this program and it works for me as well. I would say several months ago, I returned home from being deployed with the military. And as I mentioned earlier, I've known Tara for several years now. She and her family, as well as my family, we are very good friends. But with that, I'd say this, that when I knew she was starting this financial business of consultations, I was a bit reluctant, to say the least, because not only is she a family friend, but most importantly, these are my finances that I'm turning over to someone else who isn't me or someone that's directly in my family line, if that makes sense to anyone. And so because of that, I was like, I really don't feel comfortable doing this. A lot of anxiety and reluctancy went into it. But at the same time, I figured that if I'm spending money creating debt, why not spend the same amount of money, if not less, to relinquish that debt? And so I got to thinking about that. And I said, maybe I should stop fighting the current and start going with the current. And maybe that'll make my life a whole lot easier. And I will say this, several months in, I have found it to be very, very beneficial. I still have a certain level of reluctancy because I'm still a person that you would call enclosed, so to speak. And I don't often share my feelings and insights about certain things. And I don't often open up to people. And with Terry's program, the Wealth Share is designed to make you open up. It's designed to make you feel like you've never felt before, experience things that you've never felt before, and to create a different perspective in your life. And I found myself seeing things a different way, changing my mindset about how I see things, speaking things into existence. And we all know, if you had that grandmother and that grandfather and that mom and that dad, they've always told you at some point in life, power is in the tongue. And what you say, you speak into existence. And so I had to learn to change my way of thinking. As I think, if so shall it be. And so when I started saying I will be blessed, I began to get blessed. When I started saying that there's a check in that mail coming, there was a check coming in that mail for overpayment of this and overpayment of that. And a lot of that money was able to be transitioned and reused, so to speak. And I was able to utilize that to paying things off that I would have otherwise have done in a different manner. And so this program itself has redesigned my whole way of thinking as it relates to finances, and where I felt comfortable before with just living good, now I'm more open to living even better. So I challenge you to give this program a chance, because at this point, if you're barely making it, or even if you're not just barely making it, but if you're living comfortably, why not live a little better? If you're creating debt, why not relinquish that debt? And so I say personally, as a close friend, not only is this a great program, but I assure you that in some form or fashion, it will, without a shadow of a doubt, change your life. The Wealth Share, that's the way to go. I guarantee it.